you guys know anything about books, all about books? What do you know?
That they have stories in them.
They do. Anybody else?
There are
Dakota?
people in there too.
Yes, they do. How about you, Gabby?
There's pictures.
Okay. Anybody else? Lily.
And the make believe.
Right. So well, all about books are not. Remember, we just finished our unit on how-to books. What do we learn about how-to books? They told you how to do something, right? Like how to make lemonade, how to ride a bike, how to play soccer, how to make an alien headquarters. Those are our how-to books. Now we're going to talk about all about books. All about books basically are informational texts. They give us information about something. Say like, remember our South Carolina wildlife guy that did a presentation and he talked about the different animals? He talked about birds and alligators. Well, he actually could write an all about book about birds because he said those were his favorite animals. So the all about book gives you information about something. It lets you know something, information about something you may not know. So I'm going to show you a few books before I get started. This book, let's see, which one should I read today? I think I said I was going to read this one. It's called From Tadpole to Frog. And I just want you to listen to the story, and then afterwards, I'm going to show you exactly what this would look like as an all about book. So this book is all about tadpoles and frogs. And the author is Wendy Pfeffer. Okay, this is a frog pond, but where are the frogs? After the ice melts, flowers appear, birds return, and pond creatures wake up. Spring has arrived at Frog Pond. Here are the old frogs stretching their legs. At night you hear baroom, baroom, baroom. The males are calling for their mates. The females hear the call. The male hugs his mate. He fertilizes her eggs and she lays them in the water. Thousands of soft jelly-covered eggs cling together in the cool water. In about 10 days, the eggs hatch. The pond comes alive with thousands of tiny tadpoles. They wiggle their tails and breathe underwater with gills, just like fish. During the summer, the tadpoles swim about eating water plants. But water beetles, snakes, and birds are eating too. They're eating tasty tadpoles. So they have to be very careful they don't get eaten while they're trying to eat. Next, I'll just wash my hands so they're dry. When fall comes, look carefully in the water. Are any tadpoles left? You guys see any tadpoles? No. I wonder what happened to them. Let's see. It says, look here. Are they tadpoles or wet leaves? They're brownish speckled tadpoles. Hundreds of them float with the brownish speckled leaves, eating and swimming, swimming and eating. The tadpoles grow fat. So they are eating away so that they can get ready to change into something. Let's see what happens. When winter winds blow again, they burrow under the mud at the bottom of the pond. They do not eat, they do not move, they just sleep. So what do you think something's about to happen if they're just sleeping? What do you think?
They're going to have legs.
They're going to have legs, so they're going to change, you think?
Yeah.
Let's see. When spring sunshine warms the tadpoles' world, they awake hungry. So they swim and eat and swim. Tiny hind legs begin to sprout. They grow longer and stronger while the tail grows shorter. So they are changing. I wonder what animal they're changing into.
Frog.
You think so? Tiny front legs begin to show. The tadpoles look like long-tailed frogs. All summer, the tadpoles change more. Lungs develop and more. Mouths and eyes grow larger and more until they become frogs. You're right. And Hank said it too. He mentioned about the legs growing. When their tails disappear, they are no longer tadpoles. Now they use their strong legs and webbed feet to swim instead of their tails. Now they can rest on the lily pads and leap onto land. The frogs flick out their long, sticky tongues and capture worms, spiders, and dragonflies. Now, where are the frogs? What do you think they are? You guys don't know? Hiding, possibly. Slowly the days grow colder. Winter winds blow. Birds fly south. Once again, the pond creatures hibernate. Where are the frogs now?
Underwater.
And let's see what it says. Does it actually tell us? It does. There's a lot of information here. There are about 2,000 kinds of frogs. They are different in size, shape, habits, and color, but they are alike in many ways. All frogs grow from eggs to legless fish-like tadpoles to four-legged adults. The frog pictured throughout this book is a bullfrog. Remember we read the book about the bullfrog earlier, Morgan? It is the largest frog in the United States. The bullfrog tadpoles takes up to 2 years to change into a frog. Other tadpoles take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 years to change into frogs. And then they have some other facts. So this book is an all about book, all about frogs, or tadpoles that change into frogs. So this is just one example of an all about book. There are many other. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that you'll see in all about books. In all about books, the first thing you'll see is the cover. Okay, and this is what I'm going to use to write on in a few moments. This book, this is the cover. It's telling you that it is about frogs. And I have some other books here. This one is about horses. So when you open up the book, some of them are going to have a table of contents next. The table of contents is going to give you topics that are going to be discussed in the book. Those topics could be, like for the frog, it could be how long it takes for the frog to grow, where the frog hibernates. Those are some of the things that will be listed in the table of contents. And the table of contents will also have the where you can find those. And I want to see if I can find a book quickly with the table of contents in it. I thought I had one. Oops, sorry. And when you're writing your books, you want to make sure that you include a table of contents in your book, because you want people to be able to find exactly what they're looking for, because they may not want to read the entire book, but the table of contents will tell them exactly where to go to find what they need. So this is a table of contents right here, and you can see where it says contents. It has listed everything that's discussed in the book, and if you notice, there's a number beside each one. That's the page number that's on. So right here it says sea turtles and reptiles. So if I turn to page 4, and look what it says, sea turtles and reptiles. So it has all the information here about sea turtles and reptiles. If I wanted to find out information about, so let's see if I can find a different topic. Eating adult food, that's on page 24. So I'm going to go to page 24, and then what you will see at the very top, there's going to be the topic, eating adult food. And here it is right here. See? And all the information that you want to know about these particular animals and them eating food. Also in the All About book, you will find a glossary. And in the back, here's a glossary. The glossary will tell you important words that are in your book. And it'll tell you exactly what the meaning of those words are. Some of them, like the index right here, that will be in some books also, it'll give you other words and the different pages that you can find them on in the book. So that's pretty much an All About book. What we're going to do now is I want you to look through these books and just get some ideas. So I'm going to pass out these books. You guys get a book. You're going to just look through the books. And if you're able to read some of them, that's fine. I want you to look through them and just see how that book is set up. Look at all of the different things that are within the book. And I'm going to bring some more so you guys can take a look. You're just looking through, and you're kind of getting yourself some ideas of some things that maybe you would like to write about. I'm going to give you a few moments that you can go ahead and look through those books while I get set up. The books that you're looking in, what are some of the things that you notice in the book?
I noticed this is about turtles.
Right, how did you know it was about turtles?
Because they can already see it.
Right, you can see the pictures, but also on the front it mentions sea turtles. So that's something that you want to make sure that when you're writing your All About book, that on the very front you have your title, whether it's about dogs or cats, whatever that is, you want to have that title on the front, and then draw a nice picture to go along with your title. Yes, Dakota?
This is about a frog.
Yes, because it has the word frog, and there also a really nice picture on the front. So that's a good thing. I know that the book Josiah has a table of contents. Does any of the other books that you have a table of contents? And it's okay if you don't have one, but for this purpose, our writing purposes, we want you guys to add a table of contents so you'll know exactly, where everything is in your book. Yes, Hank?
I didn't want at home.
Yeah, I think Ms. Frick mentioned that you guys were working on it at home as well. I just wanted to give you a little bit more information to help you guys when you're writing, because she said that some of you may have been having some difficulty with writing an All About book. So I wanted to be able to give you guys a little bit more detailed information and how the book is set up, so it'll be easier for you when you write. Also what you want to do is you want to write about something that you know about. You don't want to just write about something that you don't like. Dakota, he could write a book about soccer because he plays soccer. Not a how-to book, but an all-about book. His book could be about soccer. And Hank, he knows a little about aliens.
No, I actually don't know about it.
Well, maybe you know a little bit. You might know enough to write a all-about book on aliens. And I think Morgan, I can't remember what it is that you were telling me about, but I'm sure whatever that is, that you could also write an all-about book about it. So you guys, what I want you to do now is go ahead and put those books to the side, and you can put them down in front of you, close those books and put them in front of you. And I would love for all eyes on me, so we can I can show you exactly how we would want you guys to write an all about book. So we're just waiting on Hank to close that book and show us that he's ready. Now, I was trying to think about something I knew about and something you guys knew about, so you can help me with this book. Something that I know that you know about that I know about is the penny. You think we could all write an all about book about the penny? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we learned about the penny last week. So I'm going to go ahead and I started all about, and I probably should write the penny. So I'm writing all about the penny. And what I would do here is I'm going to just draw a quick picture. So it's not going to be a nice picture.
I see.
But it's just going to be a picture of who's on the front of the penny.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. And this definitely doesn't look like him, but it's okay. And it says at the bottom, written and illustrated by. So I would write my name, Miss Mary myself, Miss Sultan. So that's the first page that I have. Yes, Dakota.
I see birds outside. I see red one.
Huh?
It's birds outside and I can see a red one.
Okay. My next page is my table of contents. Remember, we said the table of contents gives everybody an idea of what is in the book, what they'll be reading about. So why don't you guys give me some ideas? What can I put down about the penny?
It's copper. And
Right. Copper, the penny is copper. And we'll have that for page 1.
He also said and zinc.
Copper and zinc. That's going to be page 1. Okay, what can I have for page 2? Could I maybe say like who is on the penny?
Yes.
So who's on the penny? He's on the back of the penny, right?
No, front.
Okay. Who is on the front of the penny? And that's going to be my page 2. See? Now, what else do we know about the penny that I can write?
On the back is the Lincoln Memorial.
Gotcha. So I can write what's on the back. What's on the back of the penny? So I'm going to write the number 3. So that's going to be my page 3. What else do we know about the penny?
It's the smallest cent. I mean, it's worth 1 cent.
Gotcha, Josiah, that's really good. So I'm going to write how much is it worth, okay? How much is it worth? These are my topics that I'm writing, that I will be writing about. That's going to be my page 4. What else, Dakota?
It's a lot of ways you can write 1 cent.
Right, how many ways are there?
It's a
So it's 3 ways, right? So what I'm going to do, that's going to be a subtopic. What I mean by a subtopic is that's going to be written underneath where I talk about how much it's worth. So my subtopic is going to be, there are three ways to write a penny. Excuse me, 3 ways to write 1 cent. Okay? Next, what else can we say about the penny? So we said that it's copper and zinc, that we asked. It does. Let's write that. So we can write, how does it feel? How does it feel? Okay, that's number 5. That's going to be my page 5. Can we mention a fun fact about a penny? What did we say we could see when we have our magnifying glass?
We could see
On the back. What do we see?
the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, we look at Lincoln Memorial, but what do we see? Yeah, we see the statue, so that could be a fun fact. So I'm going to write fun fact. That's a fun fact about the penny, is that we can use a magnifying glass to see the Abraham Lincoln. Okay? And are there any other? Okay, you can just stick it. Yes, thank you so much. Is there anything else that we can mention about the penny? What
It's
is
the smallest.
it's not the smallest, the dime is, remember.
It's the biggest.
It's not the biggest either.
Of course.
So let me read to you what I have for my table of contents. I have the copper penny. Then I have on page 2, who is on the front of the penny. Page 3 is going to be what's on the back of the penny. Page 4 will read how much is it worth, and then I'll talk about that there are 3 ways to write 1 cent. On page 5 it says how does it feel when you run your hand across it, and then I can write a fun fact.
Wait, I know another.
What's another one?
How do you clean it off?
Awesome. That could be another fun fact about cleaning the penny. And maybe I could even write about the experiment we did. What do you think about that? Okay, so I can write how to clean a penny. Okay? Now, that's going to all go on page 6. Now, we have my table of contents already. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So I have my table of contents filled out. And it just shows exactly what's going to be on each page. Now, for this page, and I'm going to stop here after we talk about this one. What did I say was the first thing? Is the copper penny. So what I would do on this page is I would write about what the penny is made out of. It's made out of copper and zinc. So I would write that here. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. The penny is made out of copper and zinc. So what I would do here, after I write this sentence, then I would draw a picture. And I would probably just draw a picture of the penny. And do you have to draw like I would draw my best. I wouldn't worry about if it's not good enough. I think as long as you draw your best, that's all that we ask for, okay? And after I finish this one, then I will go on to my next page to go ahead and write about who's on the front of the penny. And at the very back, I could do my fun fact page where I talk about the fact about Abraham Lincoln, that you can actually see him with your magnifying glass on the back of the penny. And then also I will talk about how to clean a penny. So do you guys have any questions about All About Books? Do you think that you will be able to write an All About book? Hank. So let's do this. What do we say an All About book is? It's a what kind of text? It gives you what? Information. So an All About book is an informational text because it gives you information about something. All of these books that you have in front of you are informational text. This one is telling you about whales, and it gives you a lot of information about whales. We have books about spiders, turtles, pandas. So all of these books that you guys have in front of you are informational text. What we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take those books, and you guys are going to get with a partner, and I want you to kind of talk about what you think you would like to write about, okay? So let me go ahead and take those books up. If you go ahead and grab those books and give them to me, thank you. Hank, can you grab me your books? And I'm going to pair you guys up, and I want you to, oops, sorry, sweetie, I'm so sorry. I want you to start thinking about what you think you would like to write your All About book about. So I would like for Gabby and Josiah to pair up. I would like Lily and Morgan to pair up, and I would like Dakota and Hank to pair up. And I would love for you guys to just start talking, thinking about what do you know that you could write a book about. And I'm going to come around and I will talk with you guys. So what do you think that you guys would like to write your All About? What is it, something that you know?
I know how to make a album out of pillows.
So remember, we're not doing a how-to book. We're thinking about something that you know about, that's information that you want to be able to share with other people in your book.
I want to share about the dime.
Okay, the dime. You think you want to write a book about the dime? That's pretty good, because you can actually look at our bubble map and it will help you to write your book. How about you? You want to write yours about the penny? Okay, that's good. Let me show you these books. This is a book that Lily wrote. Hers is all about bees. Not Lily, but Leela. She wrote a book about bees, all about bees. And I'm just going to pass it around and let you guys see. So this one is her introduction. You see how she wrote her introduction? She has a picture. And not an introduction, but her content page. And it has everything listed that's going to be in her book. And then this is her page 1, where she talks about the bees and honeybees. Yeah. And she goes on and on. So this is pretty much what your books are going to look like. Not about the honeybees, but just the order that it's in, okay? You have your front cover. Let me find her front cover right here. Her front cover, and then her table of contents, and then the inside of her book, okay? So go ahead and keep talking with your friends about, you guys can keep talking about what you're going to write about and how you're going to write it, okay? All right. How about you guys?
Okay, so
What did you guys decide to write about? Were you talking? What's something that you know? Something that you know about that you feel comfortable writing about? I know that the dime. What would you write about the dime? Can you put your mask up over your nose? Well, you can put your own twist on it. You can do it with you doing it yourself. It's your work, it's not his. Yours may be a little bit different. Because you may have learned something that he didn't learn that you could write in your book. Okay.
about conquering that, and
You can also add to your book, like, how would you use it if you had to go to the store? Maybe a fun fact, as a fun fact, how would you use a dime to buy something? You could do that. But just think, is there something that you know maybe your mom or dad talked to you about at home that you can write an all about book about? Like, I think you were, what was it you were talking to me about? Was it not the moon? The Statue of Liberty.
I'm still
Remember you talking to me about the Statue of Liberty? Okay,
So,
you just know one thing?
I've got it.
Okay. So we'll just continue talking to see exactly if you guys feel comfortable writing about, you know, what you are telling me you're gonna write about, and then we'll start talking more about it and getting ready to write, okay? You wanna look at, this is Leela's bee book that she wrote about, all about bees. You can just look at it for a second, okay? So what did you guys decide? Dogs, okay, that sounds good. Dogs. An alien.
I did mine.
So you want to make sure that it's something that you really know about, okay? Because you want to make sure that you can give real good information about it, okay?
So what I know
So you're gonna do dogs,
is that
okay?
it's
Sounds good.
It's 25 cents. And